Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode on Raj's Garage. Now, a few months ago, I did an E30 M3 rant from a seller's perspective, and I got quite a few comments and mostly positive, and a lot of stories about similar scenarios where some of you have actually tried to sell an E30 and you've had tire kickers, messes and low ballers. Now, that video went out and I did a post on my social media. The day afterwards, in fact, within 24 hours, my barn find E30 M3 Convertible was sold. And that's for the second time. Now, just to keep it brief, I actually sold this car last August. Took a deposit, a sizable deposit, but come November, the buyer went AWOL, absolutely aired me on all my messages. So in the end, I put it up for sale again, and this time he's gone to a very nice home. He'll be staying in the UK, and he's going to restore it. It's somebody I already know. So it'd be great to see this car when it's restored. Now, what have we done to this car? I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I bought this car in the summer of 23. Maguire's did an amazing job detailing the car. 2.5 days it spent in their bay. We've had the car serviced. We've replaced many parts. That was done at Bird's Ivor. Got it running really well. The interior was spruced up by my namesake, a gentleman called Raj Singh, and he has re-dyed the interior in the same color. And finally, here at Cardi Security, we did an audio upgrade, just a simple, sympathetic audio upgrade, OEM plus, head unit, front speakers and rear speakers. We haven't done anything else. So we haven't touched the suspension, the wheels, the tires. So one thing we haven't touched is the roof. And as you can see, the rear perspex screen is in a bad way. The buyer is fully aware of the roof mechanism. Although it functions and operates, the rear perspex screen is shot, but I'm sure at some point the buyer will be replacing the hood and the perspex screen. So yeah, this car is sold. By the time this video goes out, this car will be in the new owner's hands, and no doubt he will start putting his own touches on this car. Now, the fact that this one has sold means that I can actually jump onto my original E30 M3 Convertible project, a car I bought back in May 2021. So let me now give you a little bit of a history lesson on this car. So it's a December 91 registered E30 M3 Convertible, one of 786 made for the European market. I think it's in the best color, which is Macau Blue, and it's obviously got the lovely contrasting grey leather interior. I bought the car off an auction website, and the seller was selling it as part of an estate. The seller had two cars. He was selling two E30 M3 convertibles, both in Macau Blue. This one's got 148,000 kilometers, so about 92,000 miles. That's as it stands as of today. And the other car, from memory, had somewhere around 1,000 kilometers. It was literally brand new, that car. Now, since then, I have done some work to this car, but because of other projects, such as the barn find, this has sat in the unit, in the lockup. However, it's been to BMR Performance in Crawley, and I've spent about £7,000 on the engine. Had oil leaks, it wasn't running right, wasn't idling right, so all of that was fixed. A lot of the gaskets were replaced, obviously serviced, oil refreshed, spark plugs and so on, belts and so on. The roof was non-functional, and BMR managed to find, and I don't know how they sourced them because I was told they're no longer available, the two motors that are required for the electronic roof, and now the mechanism does work. I've also had the interior re-dyed by the same gentleman who did the barn find, my namesake Raj Singh. His details are on the screen. Did a fantastic job in the OEM color, and he's even done the tricolour BMW emblems. The rear bench had a rip, a tear, pretty bad, and that was repaired by Max over at Hawks Automotive. Did a great job there. Now on the camera, you guys are probably thinking this looks like a very clean car, but the paintwork is not the best. The previous seller obviously got the car ready to put through the auction site and gave the car to have I would say a blowover in terms of paint, and that's what it looks like. Now, to the untrained eye, it looks pretty good, but when you start looking closer at the paint, you can actually see prep marks underneath the paint. where it's not being flattened properly or prepared properly. There's some areas there's dust underneath the paint. And I would say that's across virtually every panel. And the fact that these cars are obviously appreciating classics, I have a bit of OCD when it comes to paint as well, means that this car is going to have to get repainted again, but done properly. So just around the bonnet here, around the BMW badge, so these are not scratches, this is underneath the lacquer where it's not been prepared correctly. There's some on the wing there. I don't know if you'll be able to catch it because of the light, it's a little bit dark here. Now on the tailgate, there are a few as well. So you can just see here, and here you've got dust underneath the lacquer, you've got scratches, and it's just dull. Here you've got marks here as well. And that is a theme that follows throughout the car. So not only will the car be painted, when I get it back, I'm going to replace the hood. There's a rubber strip that's supposed to sit here. That's missing, in fact, it was ripped. We're also going to change the suspension. We're probably going to go with something fast road like KW Variant 3 suspension. And the wheels. Now you can see it's got stock BBS 15s. I've actually managed to get some BBS faces, and I will speak with a good friend of ours here at CAS, Ellie over at Voodoo Motorsport, and I'll get him to size up and spec up a set of wheels based on the 15-inch faces I've got, and I'll probably go up to 17-inch, get new rubber and so on. So this car's gonna have a complete new look. So as well as the 355 Ferrari project, we're now gonna have another project on the channel. This car in the next few days is gonna be dropped off to Bob over at Auto Body Technique, based in Langley, Slough area. And his job is to repaint the car in the original OEM color. Obviously the car, bar the roof, is painted in Macau Blue, but the lower sills, and that's the case on all E30 M3 convertibles, the lower sills are always in a sort of matte finish. And I've been told all the cars are like that. I'm not sure if I should leave it in the OEM finish or paint it the same body color. Let me know what you guys think. So the plan of action. The black E30 M3 convertible sold, it's going to get collected, it's going to be gone out of my unit. The blue E30 M3 convertible will go on a new journey for paint. We're going to drop that off to Bob, as I mentioned earlier. Before we do, I think we're going to strip the interior out, so we'll take the seats out. I've got a spare seat out of another E30 that I used to own back in the day, so I don't want any of the interior being damaged and so on. So yeah, don't go anywhere, because we're going to have a chat with Bob when we drop the car off to Auto Body Technique. So here we are at Auto Body Technique in Slough, Bob's place, good friend of mine. Excuse the noise in the background, there is a mechanics yard there, and they, I think, modify cars, and hence why you can hear that. Now, you would have just seen in the previous clip that the barn find left the building yesterday, and I am super excited, more so because it was a challenge selling that car because of the E30 world. And as I said earlier on, if you want to watch my E30 M3 rant video, there's a link in the description below. Have a watch of that. But now it means I can focus on my original E30 M3 convertible that I bought nearly 4 years ago. So this is going to get paint. Now, driving it here, drove absolutely beautifully, didn't miss a beat. You can see from the inside, we've stripped the interior. So just the driver's seat is left. That way we keep the interior nice and clean. And when the car's finished, we'll grab the car and then put the interior back in. So yeah, let's grab Bob. Let's have a walk around the car. He saw this a few months ago, so I just want to remind him of some of the negative points on this car, and then we'll have a discussion about bare metal or not bare metal. Let's find Bob.
Hey Raj, how you doing?
I know you love getting in front of the camera. Yeah. I know you've seen the car before and probably didn't delve too much into it, but since you've seen it, I've noticed a few of the bits and pieces that I need to show you. No doubt you're going to see them anyway.
Yeah.
But I just want, for my own peace of mind, that I've told you that I've noticed X, Y, Z. Now, I've noticed here, I don't know if you can see it, and I don't know if the camera will pick it up, it looks like there's some filler there.
It looks like some sort of sinkage or some work's been done in that corner down there.
Now, I don't know if you're aware, but all M3 convertibles, the lower sill section is always matte. There are some guys that have painted it metallic as the same body color, but then what happens is, and you can correct me, because again, you're the painter, you're the expert, these tend to warp after a while, or you end up seeing the little rivets. Is that correct if you paint it metallic?
So where the ripples are, right behind that is where the clips are.
Sure.
And as the clips go into the body of the car, that's going to cause a ripple there. But yeah, you're right. If they were gloss in color, they would stand out. So
okay. So I think we'll leave them as they are factory.
Yeah, well, yeah. Keep it OEM.
Yeah, I want to sort of do OEM plus.
Yeah.
The front number plate, previous owner had screwed the number plate in. Obviously, for car guys, that's a pet hate.
Yep.
Because you have horrible screw marks.
So we're going to fill the holes in?
You're going to fill the holes, and we'll get maybe a longer number plate and we'll stick that on.
Yep.
The rear plate is stuck on, so that's fine. I don't think there's any screw holes there. Now, bare metal or not bare metal?
We will only ever go down to bare metal if we have to. Now, it's wrong for me to say that we're going to go down to bare metal on this job and charge you considerably more. You know, we could bare metal this and suddenly be sort of like, 80 hours plus in preparation, which is all.
Yeah. So when you go bare metal, it's glass out, rubber's out.
Glass out, rubber's out, everything comes out. Even while we're going to paint it now, it's all going to come apart.
Okay. So the front screen's going to come out?
Front screen, we're going to take that out. We don't want to see no masking lines. We want our paint to go all the way around the edges.
Nice.
And as for bare metal, while we're working on the car, if we see that there's a panel that needs to go down to bare metal.
For example, that rear quarter?
Yeah, maybe that rear quarter. Then we'll take it down to bare metal. If the foundation is good, there's no need to take it down to bare metal. That's just adding extra hours on for no reason.
I don't think personally there are going to be any nasties, but obviously we don't know until you start stripping it back.
Until the car's stripped. We'll have the doors off, side skirts off, bumpers off, bonnet off, take the wings off, glass will come out, and at that point there, then we'll touch base again and go over what we found and what we've seen.
Right, I'm super excited to actually see this when it's done, and to actually watch the process and document it, as I'm sure some of you will be. Iconic car. E30 M3s, convertibles, as you know, very rare. Some of the purists don't like the convertibles because when you chop the roof, it's no longer an E30 M3, but hey, these are rarer than the E30 M3 coupes. So I'm going to leave the keys here with you.
Thank you.
Shake your hand. And I will see you probably in 2 or 3 weeks for an update.
Yeah.
See how we're getting on. So guys, that's more or less the end of this episode. Bob's details, auto body technique, they're on the screen now and they're in the description below. Make sure you give them a follow. I've been here quite a few times and I always give these guys a lot of praise and a lot of love. We have used Bob before and his work is absolutely brilliant. Obviously, drop them a DM if you need a quote for a paint job. Please don't ask me because I'm not a painter. There will be further episodes on this car. And we may, at the end of this episode, depending on when this episode goes out, just drop some snippets of the car in its transition state. So don't move away from your screen at this moment in time. And also, when we were in the unit and both the E30 M3 convertibles were together, you saw my Mercedes 190e 2.5 16 valve. The next episode will be about that car, because that car is now finished and it's going up for sale. So guys, keep your eyes on the channel. Make sure you're a subscriber. A lot of love that I'm receiving recently. I answer all the comments myself. So make sure you smash the subscribe button. Make sure you smash the like button, and I will see you on the next episode.